Okay. Alright, this is head coach Ross of the Atacx Gym Judo, showing you guys another technique I used, self-defense technique that we utilize, which is what separates us from most other quote-unquote judoka schools and dojo. Our emphasis is more towards self-defense than sport competition, but it's easy for us to do both. What I'm going to show you guys right now is a combination of Kenpo sort of destruction and the butterfly sweep, which I use in newaza when we're grappling. So helping me out is my cousin Chris, assistant coach. Behind the camera is my brother Dante, assistant coach of the Atacx Gym. This is what happened. Okay, I was in the butterfly guard. I had him in the butterfly guard right here. You know, he's pretty cagey. He's dropping the elbow, making it hard for me to get up, which sucked pretty good. Because you remember in our self-defense methods of grappling, striking, everything was there. As you remember also, Chris has some really gifted body punches and elbows, and we also strike with the head. So all of these things we had to consider. I can feel the elbow digging into my hip, which is no fun, you know, and also I can feel the pressure he's applying to pass my butterfly guard. So the first thing I was doing was I used this grip and this strike, you know, to shoot him back, and I crossed this arm right so he couldn't hit me. It clears his right elbow from my hip. Also, it allowed me to get a little cheating little elbow strike in the head. When he pulled back, to that, I sat up like this. He pressed down. When we pressed down, I got that kick off in the point. Bang! That's what made things a little bit less fun for him. All right. When I shot this back, watch what happens. When I use my foot, but press back, it allows me to sit back up and hurt the circle lock. Okay. Now from here, this is a painful position. This is a key lock. This right hand isn't going anywhere now. This left hand grabbing the gi, I just simply apply, you know, a ridge hand to the throat, bing right here, which set him up a bit. You know, as you know, when you put pressure on the throat, watch what happens. This area right here, right next to the Adam's apple, right here, where my forefinger is, if you put any pressure on it, he'll have a predictable result. That is a predictable result. Okay. So what I did was, instead of putting my finger on it, I hammered with my ridge hand, which shot him back. This allowed me then to get the space I needed to sit all the way up into the butterfly rocking chair. I sat up, bam. And once that happened, I just simply turned the ridge hand into the sword of destruction hand sword. When some of my foot touched down using Kenpo's measure of gravity, I just simply turned, wham, hand sword there. And once that happened, I just rolled over, picked up, shifted over. I didn't even have to lift him all the way. Now, here's another consideration we have. Since we can bite and headbutt and all that good stuff at any point in time when I'm grappling, when I roll guys over him, I'm concerned about getting bit. So when I shot him this way with his hand, I rolled him over. The first thing I did was tuck his head with my shoulder and arm so he could not bite me. This right hand, see his right hand here, went to mess with his eye, like a tiger claw on his eye. I'm not going to actually do it, of course, but you know, in practice I did. You know, you can just turn the shoulder and make his head go down to it. All right. Notice also I'm lifting up and I'm forcing his body to carry my weight directly over his sternum. You all right, brother? Mm-hmm. All right. Directly over his sternum, so he can't bite me, he can't gouge. His arm's locked, and I made him close his eyes with his claw. The moment that happened, all I did is just pivot from my hips and fire my head, bing, into his head. You know, he's getting ready to tap, and I just inserted this right leg into his sternum, and that's what happened right there. That's what happened. I'm releasing his lock. But I inserted right under the sternum, press down, tap, it was over. Okay? So, that's how I did what we were doing there. And I want you guys to be aware of these considerations, because while the great majority of newaza techniques works exactly as presented, even in sportive concepts and hand-to-hand combat situations on the street, you don't want to use that as your primary training paradigm, because it leaves you open to quote-unquote foul tactics, and it also tends to present a mindset wherein you expect your opponent to engage in behavior that's similar to the rules that we have in judo. And judo is not only a wonderful and honorable sport, it's also a very, very potent and devastating self-defense discipline. And this is just our little variant. So helping me out is my cousin Chris, assistant coach of the Atacx Gym. Behind the camera, it's my brother Dante, assistant coach of the Atacx Gym. It's head coach Ross of the Atacx Gym. You already know what to do. Please leave your questions, comments, and any other issues at the end of this video. And thank you very much for your time.